How's it going, everyone? Welcome back. How about these Bengals? How about these Bengals until whatever happened last week? I don't remember that game. We skipped it. Didn't happen. Nonetheless, Bengals 5-3. 5-3. Surprising some people around the league, a lot of people around the league, and continuing to be a competitive team. I want to talk about the biggest surprise as far as a player on the Bengals is concerned today, though. The Bengals, who last season defense struggled mightily. Last season offensive line struggled mightily. This season improved the offensive line, improved the defense. You bring in a lethal combo in Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow on offense. We're seeing the magical things those guys can do. But of all the players, Sam Hubbard coming around, really looking good, making some big plays out there. Ogunjobi doing a great job on the line. Again, you've seen the Chase and Joe Burrow connection. Some of the offensive line starting to form together here. Joe Mixon looking really sprang out there this season. I think the surprise of all surprises is Chidobe Awuzie. This guy came on to the Bengals, and this might just be personal bias because when he came to the Bengals, I was thinking, really? Is that the best you can do? Is a cornerback on one of the absolute worst secondaries in the league last season? The Dallas Cowboys? Literally, we consider, though, first of all, Cowboys didn't have a quarterback, so the defense was on the field all game. It was a defense that struggled as a whole. So you still have diamonds in the rough on those defenses that struggle. Bengals defense was horrible last season. Jesse Bates was still elite, though, right? Nonetheless, Awuzie comes to the Bengals this season, and let me tell you what. Absolutely impressed by the way this guy's played this season. More than impressed. Can't believe the way he's played. He's been making excellent open field tackles. You see him blowing up bubble screens, them screen plays. It's like, hey, here's 8-9 yard separation. He's saying, challenge me. Challenge me, and he goes out and makes that tackle in open space, holds him to a minimal game. We've seen him do it multiple times this season. He's one of those guys where, it's easy to bring up Eli Apple or Dre Kirkpatrick. When you hear your name on defense a lot as a cornerback, things usually aren't going that well. Oftentimes getting beat or getting picked on or getting burned. Awuzie has not been that guy this season. Awuzie is quickly becoming that guy. You try to avoid his side of the field for the Cincinnati Bengals this season because he has been playing really well. There has been some receivers that have accumulated some yards this season, but the Bengals are dealing with some injuries. Last week against the Jets, you seen it might be a couple of days after the game against the Browns by now when this comes out. But last week against the Jets, we're gonna say they didn't get any pressure on the quarterback and they tore the secondary apart. But that's always been a combination. You got to have a good offense or good defensive line that can get home. Meanwhile, you have to have some CBs that can keep these guys covered for X amount of time to give them time to get to the quarterback. Last week, you couldn't cover these guys for 8 seconds and expect them to not be open, because the defensive line wasn't getting there. But I think Awuzie has been a very big cog in this Bengals defense. And again, allowing that defensive line some time to get to the quarterback and allowing quarterbacks to force footballs into bad situations, create mistakes, create turnovers, and so forth. Awuzie has been an excellent player for the Bengals this season. I think he's got, 8 pass deflections, rating about a 74 on Pro Football Focus. At one point in time during the season, a couple games ago, he is inside the top 10 as far as CBs were concerned, according to Pro Football Focus. You like going by the Pro Football Focus statistics, that is, or you just watch the guy in the field and see how well he's been playing. Bengals secondary looking for a bounce back this week. Bengals defense as a whole looking for a bounce back this week. Expect that charge to be led by Awuzie and company. Love you guys' thoughts. Surprise player of the year. Let's hear them. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.